Hey, welcome to your brand new Soon account. This is the super quick start guide to create a schedule in Soon. Now, you see here a getting started board, which is also really good. It's kind of like an adventure game where you follow some exercises, and I highly recommend doing this because it's a lot of fun.
Is that right?
We also had a lot of fun making it. There's some videos of what you need to do, and you can go week by week and really get into all the details and every feature there is to use in Soon. But for now, we'll keep it very simple, and we're just gonna make some users, make some shifts, get those people on those shifts, and then we have a schedule. The other thing you'll see here is you have a checklist that will guide you through everything you need to do to get your account ready. So also please do that. And last but not least, if you get stuck anywhere along the way, you can ask us a question right here. Just click it and you can chat with us directly. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make some users. Just go here to users. Then you see add new users or add team users. What you can also do is share this link with your team in WhatsApp, Teams, Slack, whatever, and they can sign themselves up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna just classically add the emails and the names and then create the users.
Classic.
All right, so what I do is I grab my spreadsheet here, I will copy, and then paste, and there you go. Now, like I said, I can invite people right away, or if I first want to make the schedule and invite them later on, then just turn this off. And here you can choose if someone also needs to be an admin like yourself, so they can also manipulate the schedule, schedule people, so think about who needs to be doing that, or leave the rest on member if they just need to be scheduled. Okay, then we add users. All right, so now we have a whole bunch of users. Now what we need is a board. You see, we already checked off one thing off the to-do list.
Well, did we crush it or did we crush it, you guys? I think we crushed it.
Now we'll make a board. And what you can do is, if you want to get started, you can choose one of these templates to get some inspiration. If, for instance, you have a 24/7 support team or something else, you can choose one of these templates and manipulate them. Or we can, of course, just start from the ground up. So what I'll do is I'll start with an open shift, and I'll say that's 9 to 5 and a small break. That's pretty good. Now I know that my opening shift I need 5 people. So I'll say 5 people, and as you can see, we can create some roles as well. So for instance, if we have a shift leader, a manager, or whatever, we can create those different roles and then have different number of people with those roles. But for now, let's keep it simple. We'll just do this, and I quite like this. So we'll do this. What I can do is then have a close shift. Sure, let's see. Also, okay, same thing. In the close shift, we'll say we need fewer people. We'll need 4 in the afternoon. All right, that's also pretty good. So as you can see, I can just duplicate, or what I can do is I can make a template. So this will just take a snapshot of what we have. I'll do the same with the close shift template. And then, as you can see, we just roll that out for the rest of the week. It's pretty straightforward. Now, let's say in this example, we'll have 7 days a week. Why not? And you might think, oh, this is a bit tedious. Why are you doing this one by one? Well, we only need to do this once, really, because this is basically the framework of what our schedule looks like. So you see, now we have 2 shifts, pretty straightforward. We start at 9 in the morning till 11 at night. And I don't have to repeat this for the next week, because what I'll do is I'll make a week template out of this. So here you see week template, and then I'll say this is my standard week. And here we go. Now I go to the next week, you see my template, standard week. So there we go. And again, so now we have 3 weeks. And what I'll do now is I will start the auto scheduler. And when we do this, we also need some people here on the board. So we go users, add users, everyone we just created. And now we're gonna add people to these shifts. So you see this magic wand here, the period of the time that we want to schedule. And what we can do is we can choose an optimization goal. So yeah, I won't go into too many details, that's a different tutorial. But basically you can choose, do I want to fill out my schedule? Do I want a balanced schedule, or do I want to optimize for costs? You can choose that, and then you can select, okay, do I want all these shifts, or do I want just a portion of them? And all my team. Now, the last step is the rules that the auto scheduler needs to keep in mind. So if anything is missing in terms of data, so here you see maximum hours, I didn't add any of that on any of these users. So this will help the auto scheduler know if, for instance, you have part-timers, or just in general, if people work 40 hours a week, you don't want to overschedule them, especially with this where you see we have shifts every day. Then normally you want to fill this out, and yeah, we highly recommend you to do so.
We'll figure it out.
But for the sake of time, I will actually not do that. And what I'll do instead is I'll say, look, people can only work 5 days in a row, and I want them to rest a minimum of 12 hours in between each shift. And normally if we add roles and if people are on leave, of course, we want to keep those things on. So this is pretty good for now. Let's start the solver. And as you can see, we have a total of 184 shifts, so seats basically, that we want to fill. Just a few seconds. Now we have a schedule, and we can see, okay, how many hours have people been scheduled. It worked out pretty well, I would say. We have plenty of people here in this team, and we don't need so many people on the schedule, so that's why we have some people left over. But here you have a quick recap of what has happened for this week. You can go to the next week as well, and you see, like, okay, some people have been scheduled a bit more. We did the maximize hours objective. So if we do the balance, then you see a more balanced schedule. But if you want, at this step, you can still make some changes, or if you're happy with it, you can just save it. And then basically you have a schedule. So that's how fast it is to just make a schedule in Soon. And there are a lot more things you can do to make it more fun. You can add pictures, GIFs, whatever you want to these shifts. And a very useful thing to do next is you can also schedule what people should be doing during their shift. So here in the top you see this graph, you just click on it, you see these are the people we just scheduled. And now what we can do is we can add activities. So here, for instance, if I want to schedule the breaks, let's make an activity type called break.
Give me a break.
And I'll give that a nice color. So here you go. So you see break. So now if I want to schedule all the breaks for everyone, I can just do so. I made the first one. James is lucky, he gets an extra long break. So you can see I can do it. I can schedule what people should be doing. And whatever operations you have, you can create other activities. So yeah, just give it a name and add that. But yeah, this is the super quick start tutorial. I hope you liked it. Please have a look. The next thing you would normally do is you'd go to the users and then you'd say, wow, this software is so amazing. Now I just want to invite everyone, hit the send invites, and then everyone can log in and see what you have done. All right, again, if you need any help along the way, just ask us a question. We are here for you. All right, good luck. Bye.